Hi, Frankfort Leads. This is Pedro David Espinoza. It is an honor being here with you all, my friends in Kentucky. First of all, I want to share how my background has shaped my values as a leader. I was being born and raised in Peru. I came to the US when I was 18 and went to Berkeley, then to Stanford. I think my bicultural and Hispanic Latin culture really helped me be relational over transactional. And that's how I built my network. That's how I built my personal board of directors. So definitely my heritage, my ethnicity, and my culture has helped me be a more relatable, a more friendship-centered leader and entrepreneur. Moving on, when I realized my vision, how did I pursue it? Great question. Both my parents are entrepreneurs, engineers, and business leaders. I think I very much admired their hard work and discipline. So growing up and going to college, I already knew what I wanted to do. As a matter of fact, when I was in middle school, I knew I had to take the SATs. I was like in clubs and everything. And I was like, I'm going to major in business. I'm going to do a tech startup. So I had the roadmap ahead of me, and how I pursued it was I was a doer. I came to California, no family, no network. I started meeting people through church, through sports, through college clubs, and I met them and I was able to relate with computer science majors, statistics majors, and other engineering majors, and we were able to start a little startup. Moving on, how did I build a successful team? Great question. I think leaders form leaders, and the difference between a manager and a leader is a leader has followers and a manager is more like a supervisor. So for me, in 2014 at Stanford, I remember there were 3 other co-founders for my first tech startup. And it was very interesting because I was the youngest one in the room. I was 19, and I was the only male in the team. And we all had different startup ideas, and they were like, why do we have to listen to your idea? And I shared with them the story that I volunteered in Peru in a nonprofit my mom founded in 2004. And I saw how kids that have access to a computer or a textbook have the opportunity to aspire to do different things when they grow up. And they loved that story, and they were like, you know what? Yeah, we should use technology to help fund nonprofits by connecting them to companies and corporations. Definitely my best piece of advice for aspiring students looking to take action would be you have to be a doer. I think the vast majority of successful people are not perfectionists. They are practical. They're pragmatic, and they get things done. I was working at a startup in 2019 in DC. We had a huge slogan. It was done is better than not done, and being perfectionist and just delaying. And my final thoughts for Frankfort Leads participants. I think as the youth, as young leaders, we have to be the architectures of our own careers. We have to take autonomy, and we have to be independent and take the leap of faith. We have to take those risks to create your startup or your nonprofit or whatever you aspire to be. But it's very important to be intentional and to plan a way to be a doer, right? I remember the famous quote is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I think for me, when I was writing my first book called Differences That Make a Difference and How Inclusion Fosters Innovation, I had an idea of, hey, I want to interview tech CEOs. And so I knew that some of my professors at Stanford and Berkeley knew these tech CEOs. So I made an outline, I made a spreadsheet, and I started reaching out to different people and being that social broker. So you definitely have to be a doer, be intentional, and have that passion, drive, and energy. Thank you.